She ghosted you like you didn't exist. Then one random afternoon your phone buzzes. "Hey, how have you been?" No apology, no explanation, just a sentence so light it floats past 3 weeks of silence, and in that moment your stomach tightens. Not because you miss her, but because now you know. She thinks she can walk back into your life like you were on standby. Most men fail this test, not because they're weak, but because they confuse her return for validation. When really, it's a test of your peace, your discipline, and your self-respect. Picture this. You met her. The connection was real. At least it felt like it. Conversations were easy, maybe a few laughs, a few nights that felt different. You thought it was building somewhere. Then, silence. Nothing dramatic, just gone. Messages left unread. Your phone felt heavier each time you looked at it. You did what you were supposed to do. You didn't chase. You gave space. You got busy again. Gym, work, your friends, your life. Slowly, the noise in your head faded. You were doing okay. And then, she comes back, out of nowhere, texts you like the gap never existed. "Hey, stranger. How's life? Been thinking about you." The kind of casual tone that pokes at the part of you that still remembers how she made you feel. That's where it begins. The real game. Not between you and her, but between your emotional reflex and your stoic discipline. Why she's back, and it's not what you think. Let's get this straight. Her message doesn't always mean she misses you. Sometimes it's validation, sometimes boredom, sometimes her other options stopped giving her the same attention. You might have been her backup plan, and now she's checking if that plan still exists. When she reappears without any accountability, what she's really doing is testing access. Can she still reach you without consequence? Can she still get your attention without effort? Can she still control how you feel, even a little? That message is less about reconnection and more about power. The casual tone, like nothing happened, is deliberate. It's her way of seeing if you'll pretend along with her, if you'll act like it's normal to disappear and come back without a word. But here's where you decide what kind of man you are, because the way you respond determines the entire frame of your future interactions. You either train her to respect your standards, or teach her that she can vanish and reappear whenever it suits her mood. The first mistake most men make when she reaches out, your emotions spike. Curiosity, relief, a bit of excitement. You think, maybe she realized she messed up. But slow down. That's your ego talking, not your wisdom. That small rush of validation can make you forget how her silence felt. It can make you overlook how disrespectful it was for her to vanish without a word. You start replying too soon. You start typing too much. You go from being calm and centered to being available again, just like that. This is where most men lose their frame. They confuse her return for respect. But if she respected you, she wouldn't have ghosted you in the first place. Stoicism teaches us to pause between emotion and action. That pause is where power lives. So before you reply, breathe. Don't rush. Don't chase clarity from someone who gave you confusion. The Stoic response: control the tempo. Silence doesn't always need words. If she took 3 weeks to reach out, why do you need to reply in 3 minutes? Take your time, not out of spite, but out of balance. Your delayed response sends a clear message. You're not waiting on her. You have your own rhythm now, your own life. That's not manipulation, that's emotional control. She taught you through her silence that availability isn't guaranteed. So you teach her the same thing, calmly. When you do reply, keep it light and neutral. "Hey, been good. You?" Nothing extra. No exclamation marks. No emotional tone. If she's genuinely reaching out to reconnect, she'll follow up with more effort. If she's just testing access, your indifference will make her lose interest quickly. And that's a win. When she acts like nothing happened, her casual tone is strategic. It's a way to skip accountability. By pretending the silence didn't matter, she's trying to reset the connection without admitting fault. That's when you draw the line, calmly, not emotionally. You don't need to lash out or demand an explanation. You just make it clear that you're not blind. Something like, "I noticed you went quiet for a bit. What made you reach out now?" That one line forces her to confront her own actions. It's respectful, yet firm. It lets her know you're not pretending. If she gets defensive or dodgy, she's showing you exactly who she is, someone who values convenience over respect. If she owns it and explains, then maybe there's room for conversation. But she needs to earn that. Remember, Stoicism isn't about pretending not to care, it's about caring in balance, not desperation. The power of silence. Sometimes silence says what words can't. If she disrespected your time once and returns without remorse, don't respond. That's not being rude. That's called protecting your peace. By ignoring her, you're communicating something powerful. My time is earned, not owed. You're not punishing her. You're honoring yourself. Because once someone learns they can treat you casually and still have full access, they'll never value your presence again. Your silence reminds her of consequence, not through anger, but through absence, and absence hits harder than any speech. Character revealed by her response. If she replies to your calm question with honesty, she's showing maturity. If she laughs it off, gets defensive, or tries to shift blame, that's her emotional age showing. Don't try to decode mixed signals. Don't romanticize half-effort. Just take the information she gives and act accordingly. This is where your strength lies, not in controlling others, but in observing them clearly. Her behavior after disappearing tells you more about her than all those deep conversations you had before. When someone can vanish and come back like nothing happened, that's not forgetfulness. That's entitlement. And entitlement only grows when you reward it. If you decide to engage, let's say you want to give her a chance, fine, but make it conditional, not emotional. Tell her calmly, "I'm open to talking, but I need honesty about why you disappeared." Notice what happens next. Her tone will reveal everything. If she's serious, she'll explain. If she's not, she'll dodge. Either way, you'll see her real self, without guessing. Then you decide, not from hope, from facts. You're not here to chase closure, you're here to choose peace. When to walk away. If she can't even acknowledge her own behavior, there's no foundation. You don't owe her more chances. You don't need closure. Closure comes from clarity, and her actions gave you all the clarity you need. Walking away isn't loss. It's proof you've grown. It's realizing your self-respect isn't something anyone can rent for free attention. Don't explain. Don't argue. Just remove access, quietly. A man who values his peace more than her attention, that's rare. And rare becomes magnetic. This is where true Stoic strength shines. You must be okay with whatever happens. If she stays, good. If she leaves, still good. Your peace shouldn't depend on her behavior. Her return doesn't change your center. Outcome independence means you don't measure yourself by who chooses you. You measure yourself by how you handle those who don't. When you reach that point, no text, no silence, no return can shake you. You stop being reactive and start being selective. That's what separates men who chase from men who command respect. If she comes back like nothing happened, that's not a blessing. That's information. She's telling you what kind of treatment she finds acceptable, and you're about to show her what kind of treatment you accept. Your response defines the standard for every relationship after this one. It tells people, loudly, even in silence, what respect means to you. Don't get hooked by the nostalgia or the comfort of her voice. You already lived through her absence once. You survived it. You grew through it. Now your job is simple. Don't trade your peace for her presence again. She might come back. She might even stay for a bit. But you stay grounded, calm, and unmoved, because you finally understand. She left without reason. She returned without respect. And you now react without emotion. That's not coldness, that's mastery. If this hit home for you, if you've ever had someone vanish and reappear like nothing happened, remember this: you don't owe them your attention. You owe yourself your peace. Hit that like button, share this with a brother who needs it, and subscribe for more Stoic insights into human behavior, psychology, and relationships. This is Behavior Insight. Stay calm, stay grounded, and never let someone treat your silence like weakness.